If you've never worn a stability shoe before, you'd never know you're wearing one with these Asics Gel Kayano version 30. I've always been a bit wary of stability shoes. I just never wanted to admit that I needed help. Stability is for old folks, right? And people with foot issues like flat arches, isn't it? I realize I'm guilty of foot shaming, and I know some of you are too. But that was the old me, right up until I developed a serious case of runner's knee. For those of you who have seen my video on how I beat my runner's knee, you know what the secret to recovery is. And for those of you who haven't, go check it out at the end of this video. When you're hurt, shouldn't you try everything possible to get better? That's how I ended up with the Kayano 30. These shoes are great because they totally got rid of any preconceived ideas I had about stability shoes. You know what I'm talking about. When you think of stability, you think of some kind of medial post. Usually it's some kind of denser foam along the inner arch. That doesn't sound like a big deal in and of itself. But most shoe reviewers out there are neutral runners, and they invariably say that it's annoying or it feels just too rigid for them. But these shoes were a very pleasant surprise. I feel a little silly that I was scared to try them for so long. Maybe it's just the newest version of the Kayano 30. If someone sent me these shoes to try without saying a word about it, I don't think I would have even noticed the difference. So let's briefly get into the specifics. The stability in the Kayano 30 is right here. You can tell it's this gray bit right here. They call it their 4D guidance system. I'm not sure I really understand the 4D though, because I'm thinking forward, backward, up and down, left and right. That's only 3D. Without getting too specific, the fourth dimension is time. And I should have known that because I'm a huge Twilight Zone fan. So Asics is saying that you'll be spending less time in your overpronated position. Sounds a lot like marketing BS to me, but I think it seems to work. I actually think that there are other elements that make this a stability shoe, and that's the design of the midsole. See this little cutout right here? It looks like just a design cue, but I think it actually helps with stability. So when you overpronate, your foot falls to the inside like this. But because of this cutout, it makes the foam weaker, so when your weight lands on it, it compresses the foam toward the outside. I'm probably just making shit up, but if you think this cutout actually does something, comment down below and let me know what you think. What is true though is that this midsole houses their new pure gel technology, which is the same thing that you can find in its cousin, the Gel Nimbus 25. The combo of the new pure gel technology and the increase in stack height from the previous version make this even more cushioned and comfortable. And I would have to agree. Considering the built-in stability, these shoes have a lot of bounce to them. They're soft, but it doesn't feel like they're all over the place. I do have to point out that when I first tried them on, I did get a little bit of a slappy sensation against the ground. I think part of it has to do with the fact that I'm a heel striker and that they were brand new at the time. But after having worn these for about 50 miles, I really only noticed it toward the end of my run when I got tired and my form got really sloppy. Everything about these shoes feels soft and plush. I love the step-in feel. It's got a gusseted tongue which is thick and soft. Even the laces have a soft give to it, so if you're the kind of person that likes to tie their shoes really tight, I'd give them an extra little tug before tying the knot on it. This engineered stretch knit upper is really flexible and there's plenty of room in this toe box. I don't know if you can tell, but even the material around the heel collar has this silky smooth texture to them. All in all, it's the best upper of any shoe that I own. But I do have one gripe about it, and that's the same gripe I have about all shoes that are very plush and comfortable. It gets really hot. Granted, I live in a warm climate, but you really need to wear thin socks with these. By the way, if you can recommend any good thin running socks, please let me know down in the comments because I've been looking forever and I still haven't found any that I really like. So I never thought I'd say this about a stability shoe, but I've been really enjoying these Kayano 30s. I really think the stability is one of the reasons my knee has been feeling a lot better. What is this shoe good for then? You can probably already guess. These fall, for me, squarely in the category of easy running. You can step it up a little bit in these shoes, but I think you'll find that they're more suited to easier tempos. They absorb a lot of the ground feel and provide a lot of support and comfort that you didn't even know you needed. Finally, we can't forget about the outsole. There's a thick slab of AHR rubber on this, so I think it's gonna last for hundreds of miles. I've done 50 miles and I hardly notice any wear, but definitely be careful when you go over wet surfaces. I wouldn't make any sharp turns or quick stops if there's any moisture on the ground. I did get a little slippage on wet pavement, nothing bad, but enough to bring me back to the present. But on dry surfaces, no problems at all. To wrap things up, if your reasons are like mine for never having tried a stability shoe, or for whatever reasons you've been telling yourself, then these are the ones to start with. It's subtle yet highly effective. They'll fit easily into your rotation for those days when you're feeling a little bit more tired than usual, or if you know you're going to go on a long, easy run. Don't be afraid to give these a try. To tell you the truth, now that I got a taste of them, I'm really looking forward to trying other stability shoes out there. That's right, I just said that, but that's how impressed I am with these. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review, and to all those injured out there and in recovery, this too shall pass, I promise. Ride or run, let's get it done.